its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 2nd down, Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cannon Farley. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Broncos at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They run with the 2nd-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, these 2 teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this Bronco defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run here with Pacheco. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Yellow.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense, between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away. And they've got a scramble.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yard.
Touchdown! A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
No, it doesn't.
It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
guys. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Alert, 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 alert.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal. Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Maher able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A give to Williams, running right. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here comes 3rd down and 7. To throw is Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 here. If they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, 33 yards. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's to the tight end, Mallory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Yellow.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
57, 57, colors, 57, colors.
Now Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
At the 6-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
15. Yellow.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Broncos 9.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 3. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Yellow. 43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
15.
Mahomes now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Sunday. 43.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
At the 27-yard line.
Good.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the ground. There he goes, right side. He may go. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Tyler Beatty, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are back within a score.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 quarters have come and gone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. Aaron Browning, the one who brought him down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old Gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw around. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be. He did not get away. Butker's
kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get... Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. All the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, it's down to just one score. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. In motion right, that's Hardman. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Mahomes will throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Right. 15. 15. Attack. 15. Hey, 57 colors.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The tackle made there by Drew Sanders. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get it. They bring it down the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Mahomes. That's caught by Johnson. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
The score, Chiefs 39, Broncos 23.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, and deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude.